Throughout the course of this semester, I have been constantly looking back to the grand issue of population stabilization. This issue was interesting to me because of the intrigue of global carrying capacity I was initially introduced to in the beginning of the semester. For part 1 of the Transformative Action and Hope, I took the studies of population rates in relationship to poverty levels and reimagined what the impact of population rates would have on architecture. For part 2, I am continuing this idea of population rate change in architecture within the scope of Detroit itself, specifically how we as designers can plan and build to better suit population fluctuation. The city of Detroit is an example of a city that grew in population for many years, decreased, and is now slowly increasing again. We can see evidence all around the city of the vacuum of abandonment that was left behind after these waves. As people begin to reinvest in the city, as designers, through new policies, radical urban planning, and innovative design, can we avoid the wasteful methods we currently use to promote a healthy growth and reduction? Looking at a small sample size, I have chosen a site to use as an example. The site is located on the southeast side of Detroit, along the Jefferson Corridor. This is a great area to look at because it was once a bustling area with a mix of commercial, residential, and industrial that took a huge hit as people moved out of the city. The specific site was once completely full with houses and businesses, which have all but a few been demolished, leaving a near empty site behind. Two areas that have major impact as a designer are zoning or planning and construction. Zoning is a tool that most cities use to govern uses such as residential, commercial, or industrial, the size of buildings, and how buildings relate to their surroundings. The combination of zoning, mass production of the automobile, and very favorable bank loans are widely held as the principal factors in suburban expansion across the U.S. In recent decades, this suburban expansion, which is also known as urban sprawl, has been criticized on many levels including social, economic, and environmental. Construction has also been irresponsible for many years. We build, demolish, build, and repeat. This is wasteful and unsustainable. We are filling landfills with construction debris at an alarming rate. Traditional zoning is outdated. It leaves us with a fixed plan that discourages development and limits potential. My suggestion would be to move to a modified version of performance zoning, where a site is zoned according to people's needs and uses, and which is reevaluated constantly. This will allow for more flexibility for development and promote diversity and growth. This allows a site to breathe in and out along with the population and the needs of the city, by breaking away from the rigid standards of traditional zoning. I've quickly diagrammed out what a site development could look like as population fluctuates. By being able to easily increase or decrease in size, we will hopefully cut down on abandonment and promote an organic growth. This type of zoning and desire for flexibility is a perfect recipe for the use of modular construction as well. For modular construction and performance zoning, site prep is very simple to implement. You lay a modular grid across the existing site with respects to any existing buildings. You then make sure each module can tie into the needed utilities such as electric, gas, sewer, water, and data. Modular construction is not new. It has been used for many years and is gaining popularity as its benefits grow and costs decrease. Modular building can be disassembled and the modules relocated or refurbished for new use, reducing the demand for raw materials and minimizing the amount of energy expended to create a building to meet the new need. When building in a factory, waste is limited by recycling materials, controlling inventory, and protecting building materials. Modular buildings are built to meet or exceed the same building codes and standards as site-built structures, and quality is higher when produced in a controlled environment instead of exposed to the elements. Because construction of a modular building can occur simultaneously with the site and foundation work, projects can be completed 30 to 50% sooner than traditional construction. The indoor construction environment also reduces the risks of accidents and related liabilities for workers. We can have a greater impact in the city and surrounding community by being conscious of our design and material selection for the module construction. Using recycled materials that are found locally is a great way to clean up, save money, and have a smaller impact on the environment. The modules themselves can be reused multiple times on different locations, or the materials recycled into a new module. We can also source local labor to fabricate, transport, and move the modules. This will create a sense of ownership for the community and help keep money circulating in the region. Ownership and location can also be flexible. A module could be purchased or leased depending on the needs and capital of the client. Same with the land. A person could own space or lease them, allowing them the flexibility to pick up their module and move to a different location if desired. It is an ambitious idea, but as more and more modular sites pop up throughout the city, the opportunity to move from site to site will increase. It could even become a global movement. This will allow cities to have more flexibility during rising and falling populations and help minimize costly and wasteful planning and construction methods.